Those guys are in the worst shape of anybody. They're face down in the gutter, living in their own piss. They can't even walk. Maybe one day a month they can get up and walk and like move spot, and then they just lay back down on the gutter. Because it's just a doctor. Why should he know that? Crazy, isn't it? I think it's kind of crazy. Another topic that EUC Chronicles talked about was smoking weed on a wheel. Weed and Wheelin. Weedy Wheelin. Woody Allen. Guys, it's raining. It started raining just now. I got my umbrella in the bag though. The park is just here. Look, oh look, see? Just so you can see, this is like, it's all closed down because they're like rebuilding the bikeway, the bike trail, or this section of it. Look. And it's, like I said, it's raining, so we're gonna go find this sheltered area. I think just that way is like, well, there's a caravan park here. And just past here, I believe, there's like a little hut. Shit, out of luck. Can't find the hut. Freaking hut. Feel like Lionel Huts. You know Lionel Huts? Dude don't know what he's doing. Neither do I. It's not raining hard. You can probably can't even see it, but it's just enough. So I'm like looking for some shelter. Just enough to change my plans, but not enough to prove it. You can't even see it. You might think I'm crazy right now. Some suitable shelter up there. What do you say? What do you say? I might have to. But yeah, the topic I want to talk about then is, just yesterday I saw a video by EUC Chronicles, big shout out to EUC Chronicles, Flip, about, they talked about tons of stuff. It was like 3 hours long. Super interesting as well, by the way. Sensei Vegan was also on that podcast. So go check out their channels, Sensei Vegan and EUC Chronicles, aka Flip, the DJ. And one thing Flip said, which was kind of funny, I thought, was based on, like, I thought it was funny based on what he said in some comments earlier. Like, it was kind of unexpected. But he said I should have ran from the cops. I got stopped. I've been stopped tons of times by cops. Lots and lots of times. But two notable times is when I got those fines. Most cops don't care. Most of them don't care at all. I got 3 fines. It was like $1,800, guys. I could have easily got away. Like when I was in a park, right? And I saw him entering the park, you know, like driving his police car into the park. And I just made a decision in that moment, I'm going to film this because this is weird, right? I thought it's going to be interesting no matter what happens. So I just stayed there and filmed it. I could have run easily, like without even making it look like I'm running. I could have just, as soon as I noticed him coming into the park, he was far away enough where I could have just taken off without it being a runner. Do you know what I mean? Like he couldn't have claimed, oh, you tried to get away from me, if he even caught me. You know what I mean? Because it's like, if the timing is right, you can just get away without it even being anything. But I decided to film it, and I'm glad I did too, by the way, because this is turning into something else related to this mobility device I'm designing, and it's gonna be real interesting, guys. And like I promised you, there's gonna be that cop video. It's coming up. I said, I'm sure lots of you are thinking, where the hell is that cop video you promised us? It's definitely coming. I've got all the footage. It's just gonna be a lot of work. That's why I haven't made it yet. I just keep making these like easy vlogging style videos, but I gotta knuckle down. I gotta jump on my computer and just grind that thing out. I got all the footage, guys. I got footage of this douchebag cop in the park threatening to put me in jail. Bluetooth is connected for riding a Bluetooth machine in jail, guys. And he's threatening to take my Bluetooth. So yeah, that video's coming. And not just that, I've got like a bunch of other footage, like stuff that's gonna make him look like a douchebag, or just an ignoramus. A pignoramus. No, how do you say? He's pignorant, right? Pignoramus? Pigzanus? And guy, I was just thinking, I was going past this Hog's Breath Cafe, right? And I was thinking, who names their cafe Hog's Breath, right? Imagine if I made a burger and named it Cow's Breath Burger, Cow's B.O. Burger, right? Are you gonna want to eat that? I don't think so, guys. How did they come up with Hog's Breath Cafe? Pig's fucking breath.
Excellent. All the law changes, you are not to ride them. Got it?
I've got all this footage to make him look like a pignorant mother. But he also said that segways are all illegal. All segways in this. There's not a single segway in the city that you can ride. There's no purple segway that's okay to ride. Pignorant motherfucker. You're gonna go to jail no matter which one you try to ride. You may as well ride that thing straight into the jail. That was kind of the divergence from the topic. So Flip, EUC Chronicles, says I should run from the cops. And here's the thing, what if I did? Right? Well, for one thing, I'm like the only dude on a wheel in this whole city. So if I did that, like blatantly ran from cops, and they had, you know, they put their sirens on chasing me and all that, and then there's obviously going to be a big record, right, on the database after that. Dude ran from cops on wheel. It's obviously going to be me. Like next time I get stopped or even seen, they're probably going to like, you know, have like a picture of me or something. You know, I'm going to be like most wanted wheeler in the whole country. So that's why I don't do it. That's why I don't blatantly run. I do it if I can do it, like I said, low key style, like, you know, just get away before they even have a chance to even try to grab your attention, right? If you can do it like that, yeah, of course I'm going to run. But if it gets to the point where, okay, I'm running blatantly, you know, I'm like doing a runner, like, you know, felon on the run, then I don't want to do it, guys. I'm the only guy on a wheel out here. It would be insanely stupid. And like I said, most cops don't care. So it's kind of a gamble, isn't it? When you see a cop and you think they're going to stop you, most likely they're not even going to care. They might just ask you about it, or they might tell you to put your helmet on if you're not wearing it. That's the most likely thing. And if you just run, you don't even get the chance to see, maybe they didn't care. Once you just run, then you just instantly become like a criminal in their minds. You know, they're going to think, oh, well, obviously this guy's got something to hide. And, you know, regardless of if you get away or not, after that, then you can't ride in peace. Because you're always going to be worried. You're going to be like, all right, any cop you see now is going to be potentially after you, big time. You know, like a, what do you call that? APB? Put out an APB on an EUC. 1, 2, 3. Where are you going? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why, guys. That's why you don't see arc rides drifting away from the police. You're gonna see me drifting right into the freaking law books now, actually. Into the courts, into the law firms. And this is gonna be good, guys. Like I said, I'm glad this happened because now it's sent me on another path of trying to get these things legalized in a way. At least for my own use. I'm seeing doctors. You'll find it interesting, guys. And when I see a doctor, I'm gonna actually demonstrate how this thing actually, it's the only thing in the world that can provide walking assistance hands-free. I told you I've got bad wrists, left and right. So for me, using a gopher or even a bike, scooter, wheelchair, or crutches, especially crutches, they're horrible on your wrists. It's not an option because they all require your wrists, guys. And I phoned around. I spoke to like a few different medical centers, medical clinics, and I asked them about this. I said, do you have anything that can provide walking assistance without the use of the hands? They all said no. They don't know anything. They can't think of anything. One of them told me I should phone a mobility specialist. You know, like the specialists that actually sell the mobility aids. It's not a hospital or anything. It's just like a store, and they got all these different walking aids. You know, like wheelchairs and scooters and all that. I phoned around to some of those places. They all said the same thing. Nope, there's nothing. Everything you're going to hire from them is going to require your hands, not just to steer, but to accelerate and to brake. So the whole time your hands will be busy. And they got nothing. They got nothing. So I'm going to demonstrate to my doctor just how good this thing is. Right? I mean, can you even comprehend just how good? Look, I'll show you. I'll give you a quick demo, right? Just so you can see what it would look like. So, and my foot is a little bit sore today. It's not the worst, but it varies from day to day. But if I was to be walking, I'd put my weight down on this handle because it takes weight off this foot. And if I feel more pain in the other foot, well, I can just move it to the other side. If I had pain in both feet, I might even have 2 EUCs, one on my left side, one on my right side, and I just walk like that. I might even elevate my body and like glide in like a freaking mighty duck. And here's the beauty. This is the best part. right? Because I said you want it to be hands-free. So I don't want to like always be using a hand here, right? It's not ideal. My hands tend to be not the best. All right, so you jump on just like that. Look at that. Look at that. Right? No effort at all, no hands. I mean, this thing is just brilliant. It'll convert your life. Your life won't be the same anymore. If you have trouble walking and then you get one of these, it's gonna be like night and day. I can't even put it into words, guys. Imagine going from crutches where you can't even move like the speed of a slug and you're struggling the whole way, like, ugh, you know, and it's going to take you longer. Think about it. You take longer to get from A to B on crutches and you're struggling. So you're struggling and you're doing it for longer. Whereas get one of these and look how fast you can go. Right? It's just, I mean, it's unfathomable. It is unfathomable, right? It's freaking, what the? Interesting. That was interesting timing there. Got a little couple of wheels there. See, when I see things like that, you know, and I think maybe that could be my next walking aid. Right? If this doesn't work out, if they don't accept this, then I might have to present something like that to them and show them how that can transform your life, right? I'm being stupid now, but I'm serious about this walking aid, guys. It is, oh, it's just crazy. It's freaking crazy. Can't be any better. And when the doctor sees it, they're gonna see, like, most people have never even heard of these things, right? So they would never even have considered how this could help someone with mobility issues. And I guarantee you 99.999% of doctors haven't heard of these either. And even if they have, I bet you they haven't considered how it could help someone with mobility issues, especially when you've got bad wrists. I mean, that's when that's when you need it. I mean, that's when it becomes unique, right? If you've got good wrists, then yeah, you've got the option of using gophers and wheelchairs. But if you don't, this becomes the only option, guys. This is it. It's the end game. You got nothing else. There is nothing else. And when it's like that, they got to accept it, don't they? They have to. The doctor's got to accept it. I'll record it too, guys. It should be interesting to see what they say. But the doctor's got to accept it. What are they going to say? I can kind of picture it. Like, some doctors will be like, "What? What's this thing? Like, that's weird." Or like, they might even laugh at you. Who knows, guys? But when they see it, I mean, there's no denying it. You can't discredit what your eyes are telling you. Unless you're crazy. And we'll see, some of these guys are crazy. Like, they don't know shit. You know, I had my hearing issue. You know, my blocked ear. This is not the first time that's happened. It's happened to me once before. And it was the same kind of thing. It got blocked and then it unblocked itself. But when I actually went to see the doctor that time, and the doctor didn't know shit. I mean, they looked inside it. They had like a little scope to look inside my ear. And they said it's blocked. And that was it. They didn't have any remedies or solutions or anything. The doctor just said, oh, it should clear up by itself. And that was it. That's all he knew. But when I told like you guys about it in my video, like 2 videos ago, I had several people inform me that there is kits where they've got like different kinds of kits, water jets or even drops that are designed to soften earwax. So it's, it's going to clear it up faster. The doctor didn't know that. It's just a doctor. Why should he know that? Crazy, isn't it? I think it's kind of crazy. Another topic that EUC Chronicles talked about was smoking weed on a wheel. Weed and Wheelin. Weedy Wheelin. Woody Allen. And drinking alcohol on a wheel. Ooh, drinking alcohol on a wheel is just bizarre. I can't even comprehend it. I mean, when you drink, it depends how much, obviously, but if you drink too much alcohol, you can't even walk properly. So how the fuck are you going to balance on a wheel? Like, it's crazy. It's the joke. But not just, even driving a car. You drink too much alcohol and you become the shittest driver in the world. And you think you're a good driver though. That's what alcohol does to you. It makes you like confident while taking away all your abilities, right? All your 5 senses get squashed by alcohol. Your sight, you go blind drunk, don't you? Your hearing isn't as good. You can't understand people because your brain's all fried up. Your sense of touch goes away. They used to use alcohol as an anesthetic to cut people's legs off, right? So it numbs you, right? Numbs you right up. Your sense of smell goes away. You can't smell shit anymore. You could like shit your pants and you wouldn't even know it. Your sense of taste goes away. After you start getting drunk, you can no longer taste the very alcohol you're drinking. When you first drink, let's say you're drinking some disgusting ass white wine or something, a goon bag. By the time you're like half drunk, you don't even know what you're drinking anymore. It tastes like water, doesn't it? It's the classic thing, like everyone knows that. So it's numbing everything about you. The 5 senses, the 5 things that keep you in touch with this reality, right? Think about that. And your 6th sense. What's your 6th sense, guys? It's your sense of balance. Balance, baby. What does alcohol do to your balance? It fucks it. It turns you into a freaking bumbling buffoon. How are you going to ride one of these? You're going to kill yourself. Because like I said, it does all that while giving you heaps of confidence. So you think, yeah, I'm the man out here, like wheeling on the reel. And then before you know it, and what else does it do though? It makes you really slow to react. Really slow, like almost not to the point where you have no reaction. If you get drunk enough, you simply won't react, no matter what happens. You just the same. Literally, like I remember once I got so drunk, I was blind basically. I could still see a little bit, but not enough to read anything. So I was like trying to use my phone to like call a taxi. I couldn't see what was on the screen. I was looking at it. I kept trying for like half an hour. I was like, come on, eyes, don't let me down. I just couldn't do it. I was like, oh my God, I can't read my phone. So how am I going to dial a taxi? You can't. So I just said, fuck it, I'm going to walk. I friggin' face planted like 30 times that night. I remember when I got home, I was like 13, like I was like a kid. Not, maybe 15 or something. When I got home, I was covered in like road rash on my face. I didn't even feel it, guys, while it was happening. I didn't even know it. I didn't even know I was falling. I was face planting and not reacting. I had no reaction. There was nothing. And I've got a memory, I've got like a vague memory of that night too, guys. And that's why I can remember what was happening now. At the time, I had no clue what was happening. But now I remember. And I was face planting in such a way that there was nothing in between me being upright and me being face flat, like face down on the ground, basically. There was no in between. 1 minute or 1 instant, I'm up, and the very next instant, like nothing happened in between. I'm just face down on the ground. Do you know what I mean? So I didn't even process the process of falling. I didn't process the process. And that's a problem. Because you don't know like what's happening to you. You could be falling off a cliff and you didn't even know it. By the time you've realized anything, you're on the ground, face down. It's crazy. I find it insane. You could just, how easily could you kill yourself in that kind of state? You know, you could, anything could happen. Just walk out in front of a truck. So being on a wheel like this, on a drug like that, it's just psycho. It's a powerful drug. Alcohol is like one of the most powerful drugs that there is. Full stop. I mean, think about it, guys. Who are the worst junkies in our society? Think about it. It's alcoholics. When I'm talking about the extreme, at the extreme end. I'm not talking about like someone who drinks 1 beer a week, you know, or whatever. A few beers a week, or just has a few beers after work. I mean, it's a fine line though, isn't it? It's like a slippery slope. But the alcoholics, right? The ones that like, you know, full on addicted, you know, like they can have like the biggest withdrawals to the point where they can even die if they come off the alcohol too quickly. You know, they have to taper off. Those guys are in the worst shape of anybody. They're face down in the gutter, living in their own piss. They can't even walk. Maybe 1 day a month they can get up and walk and like move spot, and then they just lay back down on the gutter. Because the alcohol stops them from, you can't freaking walk, like I said. It takes away all your balance. If they tried to walk, they'd probably just face plant. So that's why you just see them like face down in the gutter, right? It's like, it's their normal state of being. They stink because alcohol stinks. It freaking reeks. Not just the alcohol, but what it does to your body. Like, you know, they talk about grog bogs and like piss heads piss. It stinks, guys. It fucking stinks. They look the worst, right? These alcoholics, they look real bad. And don't get me wrong, there's other bad drugs out there. You know, methamphetamine and heroin, all those opiates, you know, fentanyl, what is that? I don't know. They're not as bad though, like, they just don't look quite as bad. They look like absolute shit, but not as bad as that dude living in the fucking gutter. Like a scooter, like a freaking purple scooter. Those fucking scooters. Guys, those scooters, remember I said a while ago, they're gonna like take over the city one day. If they keep pushing them on us. They all over the road. You see them on the footpath, at bus stops, at freaking people's front doors, basically. And I said they're gonna become president one day if we don't stop this. Those scooters will be president, or one of them will. One of them's gonna rise up, take over the government, and force us all to ride those things. Anywhere you go, they're going to ban cars. They're going to ban cars, and you're going to have to ride these purple scooters at 8 miles an hour, no matter where you're going. on the highway. And then if we don't stop that, they're going to move from the street. So right now they're all over the street. They're going to move into our homes, guys. And we're going to be kicked out of our homes. It's going to be us on the street and the scooters in our homes. Undercover, where they've always wanted to be. Do you think these scooters like being out in the rain like this? I don't think so. And they're making headway, guys. They're changing things around here, guys. You saw that cop, he said you got to ride this purple scooter or else you're done. You're going to jail, son. And we're going to take your wheel and we're going to give you a purple scooter for half price with a voucher. And I can vouch for it, guys. I can vouch for these scooters. Nah. Oh, that's it then. That's it. Long enough. 37 minutes. We went 37 minutes. It's meant to be a short one, guys. I love this walking aid though. Like, I feel like my disability is no more. I'm Superman now. I've gone from crippled man to Superman. Souped up. Head full of soup. Oh, mate. Head full of steam. As I careen this machine, so pristine. Woo! Oh, I love it. I love this thing. Oh, man. So yeah, that's it, guys. And it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be interesting, guys. When I show this to the doc. I've got some other conversations to show you as well. Like, I had a conversation with a medical professional. And they said that, it was a nurse. And she said that I should definitely contact a doctor about it because they believe I've got a good argument as well. Like, there is nothing that can replace this thing. This is it. As far as mobility goes, this is the bee's knees. It's the be all and end all. Alright, that's going to be it, guys. If you're still watching at the end, thanks for watching. And remember to hit that like button, guys. It'll help the channel, and it only takes a second. You just got to be accurate. Don't miss when you click. Alright, we'll see you in the next one.